Was she in the period talk too?
Mm-hmm.
Kalani on all the TMI videos,
all the adult videos.
Louise.
Hi.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Danielle.
And this is Stephanie.
And we're two curls, one comb.
And this is Khalani. That was just kind of all out of order, but whatever.
She's putting the pacifier up so
I'm not holding her mouth shut.
Right.
Like, that looks so bad.
It looks a little rough, but
she's not like there. You see the pacifier. It's like the pacifier is like really transparent. But she's not there yet with holding it in by herself. So I'm just holding it there. Yeah.
Teamwork.
It'll. Don't comment nasty things, okay? My baby, not yours.
Exactly.
All right.
It's another TMI Thursday.
If you want to see more videos like this, thumbs up. And hit the subscribe button and check us out at twocurlsonecomb.com. You guys should also follow us on Instagram. That's important.
Yeah.
Follow her on Instagram too. She's important.
That too.
Okay, so today the topic of the videos is contraception.
Contraceptives.
Why can't I ever talk?
I saw your fault. Contraception.
There.
Did I say it right? Yeah. Okay. Well, because that's exactly because that is important.
I can never talk. I know better.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we should go down the list of contraceptions.
All the options.
All the options, because they're important. So of course you have, the first one is condoms. I think I'm allergic to the lubricant on the outside. Sometimes they would burn, like certain ones would burn. And that's no fun.
That sounds like you're either allergic to the lubrication or the latex. Some people are allergic to latex.
Yeah, and then the sheepskin ones aren't that effective.
I think there are different pros and cons. If on it as it comes up and as it happens, it's easier to have condoms available and ready at hand. However, if you're kind of in a more committed relationship, it may be more effective to use birth control. So that way, whether it's like what do you have?
An IUD or a pill.
Yeah, an IUD.
Or an arm implant.
Right. Do they still do the patches?
Yes, they do. And they do the Nuva Ring, the rings.
And the little teeth thing. That's what you have, right?
Yeah, that's an IUD. But okay, so
and then there's also something called the rhythm method, which is kind of like the pull-out method. So we've got to know like when your cycle, whether your fertility cycle and where you're ovulating, and know that rhythm as well as the guy also
knowing to yank, because he has to yank. Like in order for it to work, he has to come out. Period. But it's not like, don't fall on that. Please don't fall on that. Like,
it's not always reliable.
Yeah, and I'm not. First of all, if you don't know this person, you need to have a condom.
Always important.
Because STDs
are out here and they for everybody.
Yeah,
they are for everybody. They don't discriminate. They don't care about nothing. They be like, oh, for real, girl? Well, me too. Me too. So make sure that you always strap up.
Right, because you don't want one. But okay, so if it's just pregnancy you're trying to prevent, then you go with these other methods, like the rhythm method, which is not like, if you're like I could have a baby, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever, maybe the rhythm method might be for you, because if you get pregnant, it's kind of like, oh, okay. But if you don't get pregnant, it's still like, oh, okay. But if you're like totally like, if I had a baby right now, I'd fall apart, then the rhythm method, you're gonna find out you're pregnant and you're gonna be like, oh
yeah,
shit.
It takes a lot of work.
Yes. So
as opposed to just taking a pill every day
at the same time.
Right, like
at the same time, and when you're on antibiotics, just letting it go. Like, don't have sex because you will get pregnant. Wasn't that how you were born?
My mom, she like took off for like a day and then
I thought it had something to do with antibiotics. No, it just was. Yeah, it comes out of your system really quick. Because I'm here to tell you now. I stopped taking my pill in October, and I was pregnant by I found out I was pregnant in January, so I was probably actually pregnant in December. Like, it was like the 7th of January when I found out about her. So it comes out your system real quick. With the pill I was on, and I guess you'll hear more about this when I upload my acne story whenever that gets done. But the pill I was on made me have symptoms of pregnancy. So I just decided, you know, why have symptoms of pregnancy and not be pregnant? Like, you know, like, not saying
why put your body through all of that?
Yeah, not saying I wanted to be pregnant, but it was really like, I was nauseous all the time. I was emotional all the time. Dizzy. Like, there were several times at work I had to like
weight gain.
No, I didn't never really
or like your boobs got bigger.
Boobs got big, but weight gain wasn't really an issue. Like, not really. Cause I don't know. Where we work, we're not allowed to have food in the room, so it's kind of hard for me to snack and do like the things that make you gain weight. And then I'm also up on my feet all day, so it's like weight gain is not really an issue. But I was having like nauseous, I'm dizzy, like I would have to come out of the room and sit down, or like even sometimes hot flashes, like all these symptoms. My back was hurting, like chronic back pain. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it's just a little bit. It was like, oh my God, might as well be pregnant. Like,
and see, all of these reasons and symptoms that she has are all the reasons why I never got on birth control. It's because one, most of the time I'm like forever single. So I never felt the need to continuously be on birth control because I wasn't always sexually active. And then like, I was like, why am I gonna put myself through all of these symptoms and experience all of these things and carry the burden of, you know, safe sex by myself? Why do women have to bear that? Like, and then did you know that women, you know, you have to like pay for birth control?
Yeah.
And then Viagra, you can get that covered on your insurance. I'm like, what? Why is that like?
And the only reason I was on it was because I was on TRICARE through my father, and that made it free for me. But
so like
before I was using the TRICARE, it was like $50 every time I would go to the pharmacy to withdraw my prescription. At that time I was on Yaz, and that was 3 months at a time, and it was like $50 each time. And I mean, $50 is a lot of money
in college. But I just never. And then I didn't like the idea of putting those chemicals in my body to prevent, you know, pregnancy.
It's unnatural. You know, it really is unnatural. And that's the thing that started kicking with me, because I was like, I'm having all these symptoms. It's getting hard for me to function. And part of the reason I was on birth control was for my skin. And that's part of the reason why I went ahead and straight into Accutane, because it was just like, I need to fix my skin so I can get off birth control, because it was too much. Period. The other things I've heard of, like Nuva Ring, I'm like, I cannot do Nuva Ring because my memory is horrible. I would forget to insert, take out, left, right, up, down. And then just having a ring, like for me, mentally having a ring up there would be too much.
You know, to be honest, I'm a little leery about anything being up there other than like a tampon. Because even like with the Diva Cup, and I saw like a clip about the flex ring that we mentioned in our other TMI video.
Description.
And like they have like, you know, a video about how to insert it, and still just like the idea of putting it, I'm like, okay, so it's in there, how do I get it out? So you still have to like put your finger in there to pull it out. And I'm just
afraid. And if your cervix
is
high, like it's hard.
I'm
your
just
cervix
afraid
is high, it's hard to get your finger there.
It's gonna stay up there for too long, and I won't be able to get it out by myself, and I'm just nervous. I'm a scaredy cat, I will admit that.
Yeah, and then the arm implant, which is a form of birth control. There's literally like, I think it goes
in your forearm, and it releases the hormones
through there. And I'm not sure like how often you have to. I'll Google it and put it down here. How often you have to.
It's like every few years or so. Okay. Like it's not something that you do frequently.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why people just get it, because it's easier than thinking about it.
Right. And
but my whole thing with that was I don't have to constantly feel my arm and feel an implant in there. Like, I didn't go that route because of that. It was literally like, no, they're too exposed. No, just no. And so the other thing is the Depo shot, obviously, which is every 3 months. I just don't like injecting things. Needles, no. It's So that wasn't an option for me. And then you still have to go to your doctor every 3 months. It's too much. So the route I went was with an IUD. I'll insert like a little picture, I guess, over here, over there. It goes up inside your uterus, and, and it's like a little T thing, and it sits there and it blocks the sperm from going up to where the eggs are, and it can stop your period too. So with me, it's been, I want to say, about 2 months since I got one. And I'm having good experience. I'm not having anything too drastic.
You're having hand and hair syndrome. You're
hair.
like,
I love my hair. Just got a haircut. Sorry. I haven't had anything but spotting. Like, I think when it was like 2 weeks after I got it, I had like bleeding that wasn't stopped. It was like the bleeding was like a full-blown period. But after that, I haven't had anything but spotting. And the spotting has been like literally like spot, and I'm done. Like, so it's really convenient. Downsides are that you do have to feel for a string, and I mentioned when your cervix is high, it's hard to get your finger up there. I have a high cervix, so I do have to like.
How often do you have to take it out?
You don't have to take it out. It doesn't come out at all. You just have to feel for the strings to make sure they're still there, because problem with the IUD, the reason why people don't get them is that they can move. Like they can travel into other places of your body. Like I've seen x-rays of people having them in their hip or whatever. Like they can completely just move, and like that's why you're supposed to keep a good eye on where, like every time you have a period or once a month, you're supposed to check for it. And then there are instances where people, they actually do fall out, and they say if you pull on the string that hangs out of your cervix, you can yank it out. So you have to be careful. It's not for the, I guess, for the lighthearted at all. Like it's not nothing to be playing with, because you can have serious snafus. But for me right now, it's working perfectly. I don't have a complaint. It's the only downside I will say, and it's not, the downside is not on you, girl, for once. They can feel it. Guys can feel it. My doctor told me he couldn't feel it, and my boyfriend said he could feel it. So she lied.
Or they just don't. I don't know. They just
well,
think, maybe they think it's the string is finer than it is, so they think that it's like, not.
It's like a little
it wouldn't be able to
fishing wire. But she's a female, so why would she know? You know what I mean? Like, and I kind of looked at her like, yeah, okay. I'm actually secretly still waiting on a period too, because I just feel like nothing else took my period away, so why should this, you know, like that kind of thing. But I haven't gotten one, not gonna question it. I'm gonna enjoy this period-free time since I've had 10 months of no period. I'm gonna enjoy this extended no period time. Because it's always nice when you don't have one, but I do still carry tampons on deck everywhere. They're sprinkled everywhere just in case of an issue, because I've had one of my coworkers, she actually said she has discharge, like a lot of discharge, like she wears pain liners every day. And she was like, instead of getting her period, she actually gets all her symptoms from her period except for the bleeding. So she gets her cramps, her migraines, everything, but no blood. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, and then just as a FYI, there's several different types of IUDs. There's a Skyla, which I think is for before you have a baby. Mirena for after you have a baby. That's what I have, and they both have hormones associated with both of them. They do have a copper non-hormone IUD. I was going to go with that because it has no hormones on it, until she told me it would make my periods way worse. And I was like, hell to the fuck no. Anything that makes a period worse, we're not having it. So I went with Mirena. But it, like, they put it in, I mean, it's super easy, super convenient. You just have to come to the point where it's comfortable for you, whatever method is comfortable for you. Because I know one of my coworkers has an arm implant, and you would never think, I would never think to put an arm implant in. It's just not something I'm interested in, you know.
Calendly. And the last and final contraceptive method is the Plan B. There is like the name brand, the Plan B one, and there's also like an off-brand version, which is called the Take Action pill. And they're both like the same thing, the same price, like around $39-40 bucks. You can find them at like Walmart, CVS, Target, all those retailers.
The price went down. Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. And I have taken those in the, you know, in the emergency, as an emergency effort, just because, like, I know that for myself, I didn't want to.
Not as in, I don't want to wear a condom.
No.
Broke.
There's a mishap.
Other. Like,
exactly.
Don't and I'm running around taking these Plan Bs because I got a UTI from one, okay? Don't do it.
Yeah, they're not, the Plan B pill is not a method to be on all the time. It's not something that you should take constantly. It's definitely something that's used for the emergency plan. Like, literally, that's why it's called Plan B. Like, it's, oh, Plan A did not work. Here's a backup.
Right.
And in those cases, they do have some symptoms that are associated, that would normally be associated with birth control, like nausea. Sometimes you could feel dizzy and all of those things. I didn't look at it
as a strong ass form of birth control.
Right.
It's doing the same thing. It's not an abortion pill.
No.
So you're not aborting something, you're just stopping it from happening, and that's what birth control does. And that's why I think,
which is why they urge you to take it within 72 hours. So and the sooner that you take it, the more likely it is to be effective. So I've never had any issues or noticed any side effects when taking that. And as I said and stated before, that is the absolute Plan B. Plan A didn't work, so this is what had to happen, just to make sure, to protect myself.
Because I don't want to be stuck with this tool for 18 years, basically.
Yeah, because you know, your girl ain't ready. I am out here in these streets as a godmother. I will be godmother of the year, of the century. Shout out to my goddaughters. This one sleep, the other one better be sleep too.
It's late at night.
Exactly. But those are only if Plan A did not work and Plan B is what's needed.
Right. Did we cover everything?
Yes.
I think so. And you also have the female condom, but who uses those? Who ever?
Yeah, like I don't know about, or like dental dam. I don't know about that. I've never experienced that. I've never used it.
I've never used none of that. Sorry.
I
know I'm not going to experiment to try to figure out. It's too late now. I got a baby. I got a boyfriend. I'm good.
Oh, well, maybe that will be the next video. But I got to find somebody to use it. That's another video too.
TMI.
TMI.
TMI, the X-rated version.
Beep. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and stay in the loop. You can visit us at twocurlsonecomb.com, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
She sleeps. She ain't gonna say bye.
Right.